Oh, hey, there you are. How's it going, Colette? How you doing? Let's see, Tuesday night. So Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday, and then part of Friday. So technically about 2.5 days. And I wanted it to be 3 days, like 3.5 days, but it didn't work out like that. Which sucks on many levels, but I knew this trip was gonna be filled with failures, and I was basically trying to absorb all the failures up front so that I can plan a real trip, a good trip. Because I didn't know, I mean, I could sit here and pull the standard poor people plan every detail and then hit, 80% success on that. Or I could plan 10% and hit 100% success on that. And that was a lot less stress, a lot less work. And considering I was going to do a set, I wanted as little stress as possible. Mostly, I went, I saw the city. Um, I've now been to New York City, downtown Manhattan. And not only did I do a couple open mics, I did a set at the the comic strip live, which the open mics, the bar wasn't really any higher than the bar is around here for performance, but when I did the comic strip, the bar was higher. That was cool. It's like it's a challenge to be good, so I was into that. I was able to write some new jokes, so that was cool. Um, and like I say, I can always go back, which I've been thinking about. When am I going to go back? It's going to be fun. I probably should have stayed on Friday and tried to do some more open mics, but I wanted to pick my watermelon. And by then I was also kind of ready to get home. And I wanted to try and get there early enough on Tuesday to get some open mics done, but Colette, I'm just so busy this time of year. I had 18 people to respond to. 18 people to respond to. You know, like direct messages respond to. And that didn't include my parents or my grandma. Yeah. I'm excited though. I'm doing this set coming up November 12th, and the person organizing it, it's a local set. The person organizing it made me a co-host. Excuse me, first time I've ever done that. And I was doing some work today, doing some construction work, and somebody asked me to do their party. They're having a party. They asked me to do 20 minutes. I don't know these folks. That's cool. They're going to pay me to do 20 minutes. Just me. Go there and do some stand up. Oh, that'll be fun. What about respond to? What do you mean? You mean like follow ups? I'm actually working on that right now. I got an interview that I was going to do with Sheba Mason, who organizes a show at the Three Monkeys Comedy Bar. I also need to get back to the Tom Kelly Show fan group about questions for Tom Kelly before I forget and before it's been too long. Yeah, a couple paying gigs. That's nice. I'll roll that into going out there again. I think I might fly next time. Because I didn't actually use my car while I was in town. And it was like $140 to park my car for those 3 days. 2.5 days. So that's a thing. I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I was thinking I might not, but I did. Um, let's see. I said the interview is 30 minutes. I can use any software you want. I'm shortening it down. Friendly and informative. Pin your links in the chat. Let's see. Let's see, yeah, let me know a day and time, whether or not Zoom will work, your favorite links, and I'll set up the meeting. There we go. Okay, so that's one reply. I mean, I already got a lot of the replies out of the way, but that's another one. Oh, I just, um, there was a day 3 video also. So let me talk about those a little bit. Oh. Okay, so I got 3 of them in a row there. And, you know, my channel's mostly about the gems. And the live stream was like kind of fun. But I didn't want to leave it as a focus, I guess. Maybe I should put it back up. Maybe I should make like a, I don't know, like a thumbnail or something. Really, what would have been nice is if I, oh, if I had, if I had a stream where I was visiting the gem stores. That would have been cool. Or if I go and put some gemstone powder on one of the plants in Central Park, that'd be cool. um, yeah, so I did day one, which was walking on Park Place and Madison Avenue at night, and nobody was out. We saw the rats. Then day two, I was in Central Park, you know those. Then day three, it was after my set. I met Christina and Sun Go Squad, so she was on that video, and she came with me to the comic strip and listened to me tell jokes. And then after that, Gladys invited us to go to dinner at this Japanese restaurant. So we went there and we ate. And then on the way home, we live streamed for a little bit and went down to Times Square. And there was just tons and tons and tons of people there. So that was totally a thing. Um, oh, yeah, yep. So I don't know. I kind of thought about putting it back up. Um, I didn't really like the thumbnails though, so I took them down. Here's something, Colette. I noticed on the playback, I didn't catch all of the chats. People were chatting and I missed it. So that sucks. Anyway, that's a thing. That's a thing, all right. Okay. Let's send a message to Mr. Matt Ruby. Okay, I went to New York City last week, performed at the Broadway Comedy Club open mic twice. The comic strip live once also saw a show at Three Monkeys and met Sheba Mason. Planning on going back soon. Where should I try to perform next? I'm going to send that to Mr. Matt Ruby. Oh, I thought it was funny that I saw Matt Ruby the week after I shaped a Ruby. You'd probably like his comedy, Colette. He's a smart people comedian. He's kind of like myself. Okay, so that takes care of Sheba and Matt Ruby. It's nice people were chatting. We were making jokes. Oh yeah, it was great. It was great, Colette. I had a blast. I mean, I was walking around town. I'm not much of a sightseer. I'm really upset that I was showing everything in cell phone mode. I wish I could have showed you all in widescreen mode. That did not work out. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Actually, let me take a note on that. Stream in widescreen. And then to make things worse, the chats would disappear. And so I kept having to tap to get the chats to show up. And then when I would tap, the screen camera would try to focus in on that, which would make it blurry. And then I'd have to wait and it would zoom out and it kept zooming in and out, and then it would just settle on blurry instead of settling on focused. I was not happy with that at all. So I need to figure out how to stream better while I'm walking, because that would make it a lot more fun. And I figured, I can take videos and stuff, but it's better to stream and enjoy it with other people. Especially all of you know me as the guy who does the gems and stuff, so then when I'm doing something, it's like you can come along for the trip. I'm the famous person in the instance. So that was cool. Okay, yeah. Got back to those two people already. That's cool. We're knocking stuff out. Let's go over to the Book of Faces. And okay. Yeah, we set up an interview and then missed the appointment, and he said it slipped his mind. It was a Friday. It happens. I said I'll be back this weekend. Drove me stupid self to New York City, about to do an open mic at the Broadway Comedy Club at 3 p.m. Wish me luck. And I told him my joke about trying to pick up spare change. Which actually, I did wind up on the stream with Christina, I wound up picking up a penny. Or no, maybe it was the night before that. I don't know if I was live or not, but I did find a penny in Times Square. I still have that penny too. I thought that was pretty cool. Skizor. He says, break a leg, see you soon. Oh. I was going to say something to him about doing the interview again. I got a lot going on this week. Maybe I'll put that off till next week. Because he knows I'm back. I actually went to the comedy club on Saturday. Like, I got back Saturday morning at like 5, and I went Saturday night at like 8. And wound up doing some jokes, did a great job, got some good feedback. That was cool. So maybe I'll wait for that. Oh. Well, let's go ahead because I'm trying to push forward with stuff. Yeah, I'll just say, how about sometime next week? I'm glad I was able to share the experience of going there with you guys, because I mean, it's one thing to come back and tell you, but it's another thing to be there and respond to comments live while I'm there. Yep. How about next week? And then I was gonna send one to Colin. Christina was pretty short next to you. How tall are you? 6'4". tall guy. I shouldn't tuck my shirt in because my legs are so long. My legs are like 60% of my body. I got like 4 feet of legs and 2 feet of chest and a 4-inch head. Blowing it out of proportion, but that's not the only part of my body I blow out of proportion. That's not the only part of my body I like blown out of proportion. 6'3", oh, okay. So you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Okay, got a message to Colin. Also on his podcast, he was talking about something about face your fears. Okay. Let's see. So that takes care of that. Now all we need to do is share and respond with the Tom Kelly Show fan club questions. And what do I want to ask in there? Let's actually list that out. Pics. I'll post some pics. Which clubs reserve a seat? Let's see. No. Yeah, because he had, said I should go to a show where he's going to be performing warm-up for the crowd, so I'll ask about that. Um, let's see. I need to reply to the YouTube comments too, don't I? Alright, let's ask the Tom Kelly Show fan club and then we'll get into that game. Did you see the game, Colette? What do you think about that game I was playing? Man, I can't believe I'm supposed to do a... Oh, okay, no problem. We'll play it here in a minute. I'll just post a couple things to the Tom Kelly Show fan group. I was just like, I better get this done while I'm awake. Man, I can't believe I'm co-hosting and can't believe I'm doing this private gig. That's crazy. I'm so excited, Colin. I'm like hyped. I'm really hyped about it. I want to be able to, it's like it's a challenge. I got to do 20 minutes. 20 minutes of good stuff. So I think I'm going to have 2 or 3 news headline sessions just to be able to get to that many minutes, Okay. I had a blast in New York City. Thank you for the tips. Thank you everyone for the tips. Thank you, Tom. Big Tom for the connections. It was an experimental ice-breaking trip. Now I know what to expect. Now I must prepare for the next trip. Here are my questions. Which open mics should I try to make? Try to perform at? How do I get tickets for a show Tom is working at? Do the Sasquatch jokes. Okay, I'll do that. Oh, how much did it weigh? 124 and 1/2 pounds. And it was delicious. I'm preparing to send you pictures right now. Oh, okay. Jeff sent me a connection. For somebody that he's related to, who's been doing comedy in New York. So next time I go there, I'll have somebody else I can talk to. That's cool. See, pulling up Colette. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm planning on doing that. Gotta brag about my watermelon. I'm gonna post some of my pictures of New York too. No black seeds, they were babies. I know, right? It it still wasn't completely as ripe as it could have been, Colette. And I mean, there was so much there, so much middle, so much edge. The seeds were big too. They were bigger than usual. I tell you what, Colette, that thing had so much meat in it. We were eating watermelon steaks, watermelon fatback, watermelon hog jaws. We're fatted from watermelon. I tell you what. Oh, that's what I heard, Colette, is that watermelon is good. Like there was a guy. Oh, okay, so I just talked about Jeff Nelms sending me a that contact information uh for Nick Smeriglio. And so Jeff Nelms was telling me that when he was trying to make weight for a weightlifting competition, he he was eating nothing but watermelons just to help him lose weight because it has all the nutrients that he needs. And all the nutrients he needs, and it's low in fat. So now you have a secret to win vegetable contests. Throw fish guts in the hole and they'll be 200 pounds. Oh yeah, Colette, what's weird is that the record is like 350 pounds. Um, so imagine a watermelon 3 times that size. Or, well, 3 times heavier. And I think it's a different, like, a different strain, like a different type of watermelon that gets that big. So this is like really big for the type of watermelon it was. Oh, here's something funny, Colette. Uh, when I met Christina and Son Ghost Squad, she said, "Wow, you're tall." Then, like 3 hours later, when I met Gladys, she's like, "Wow, you're tall." And then we met Gay, and she's like, "Wow, you're tall." And then we met Michelle Schwartzman, and she's like, "Wow, you're tall." And then somebody else too. I don't know. It's like 5 people that night were like, "Wow, you're tall." And then around here in the comedy community, there's like 3 people who are taller than I am. So it's like, Yep, we're just tall and funny. Funny looking and funny speaking. Okay, so I posted some of the stuff to the Tom Kelly Show fan group. Let's look and see if there's any videos worth posting. Not particularly. I should have brought a better phone. This phone can't seem to focus. I got 5 phones sitting here. Why didn't I use a different one? I think I'm gonna switch phones. Kind of nice to be able to sit back and absorb all of this. Oh, I'm not even showing you, am I? Sheesh, what kind of a jerk am I anyway? Let's see, where is it at? Yeah, this camera sucks. Nothing but a shaky cam. Guy down there's got some exhaust he's gonna take off. Mine's quicker. M&M store? My hotel was right down the street. The other direction is Times Square, and if you keep going this way, you hit Central Park. Yeah, nothing exciting. Can't believe there was even more people that one night. I should have drank something and been like, yeah, I'm drunk. But really, I was having a blast. Christina and I were walking around trying to find coffee. Yeah, so that was that. Too many people for me. That's what I thought, Colette. That was my first inclination. That was my first inkling. Was too many people for me. But I'll tell you what. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's nice to be home, but I did really enjoy it. I'm all kinds of like, yeah, I gotta do that again. Okay, so there's a lot of other things to do. Like, I need to share to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I think I will. I'll sprinkle them out over the next few days. Um, got the YouTube replies. Here's where I'm gonna really nail down is Google My Business reviews. I need to do a couple of quotes. I need to do the TikTok where I chop up my my comedy set. That was one of the cool things is Christina videotaped my comedy set. Um, and videotaped my comedy set, and now I have that my comedy set at the comic strip, which wasn't that great. I stumbled over my words a lot, but I will say I did get a lot of laughs. So I was happy about that. And just beforehand, one of the comedians he was there, and one of the comedians had asked Christina like about her headgear because she had this like chain thing that was real cool, and I mean it's really cool. You gotta see it. And she said that she made it and she also makes protection bottles. And he's like, "Oh, you mean like a bottle you pull it out and smack someone?" And um, she was like, "No, supernatural or something like that." And or paranormal or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But then he said something about her being a gypsy, and then one of the next comedians, he's like, because Christina and I were right dead center in the front row, and everybody was sitting real close to the stage. And the guy behind me, or right next to me behind me, was from Britain, literally. And the comedian confused me for him. He's like, okay, so we got a gypsy and we got a guy from Britain. What boat did she get you to come over on? And I said, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Pina Colada. That got a lot of laughs. Oh, you saw the chain thing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, she said she made a few of them. It just takes too long to make. Takes a long time to make them. So I tell you what, I'll do the game. Here's our plan. Refill game, and then we'll come back and do the other things for a little bit. How's that sound? Okay, go get a refill. I'm gonna go get a refill. We're gonna go get a refill, and we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I want to work on this gem for the show. Oh. It's a striped amethyst. I think it's really cool, you know, because it's it's so it's got a lot of character to it. And there's facets inside of there that when I polish it, it's gonna light up. It's got good color. It's really neat. You can see the chevrons, yeah. It's got a couple cracks in there, but that's all right. That won't matter too much because it's pretty cool. It's pretty clean. The inclusions really make it look real. I'm excited for this gem. Got a few other ones, but I think I've showed them to you before. We're gonna work on those over time. Okay. Okay. Let's play us a little bit of video game. So what you got going on tomorrow, Colette? I tell you, I walked like 40 miles. I think I walked over 40 miles in 2.5 days. Because if I walked 4 miles to the Comedy Cellar, 4 miles back, 3 miles to the comic strip, 3 miles back, that's 6 plus 8, which is 14. Plus I walked to Times Square and back, in Central Park and back. So that's easily 15. See, where did I walk? Yeah, that was like 15, 16 miles probably. And then when I got there, I walked a couple miles. And then the comic strip plus Central Park, that was like another 15, 20-mile day. And so, yeah, I'm up around 40 miles. My legs were locking up on the way home. Every time I stopped to get gas, I was walking like a disabled crack addict who served as a Civil War veteran. A disabled crack addicted Civil War veteran. Oh yeah, I gotta turn on the thing. Yeah, sore legs, and I mean, they weren't really sore while I was walking, it was just when I stopped and rested. Like you saw the live stream with Central Park. I stopped on that rock, ended the stream, and wrote my set for the comic strip. When I went to get up, I almost fell over. It's like, yikes.
We'll get this taken care of. I got you.
System reboot in progress. Thanks for the helping hand. I am Burgle, acting science manager for this project. I am also a robot. I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain.
He has a moustache. 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 Ooh, pizza table. Moustache.
I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain. I suspect you were miniaturized by Dr. Tully's spacer device. Why are you here in the yard? I do not know. In fact, I cannot seem to recall much of anything. A recent power surge has caused a massive raw science containment explosion. This lab, as you can see, is a disaster. And what's worse, the explosion has disrupted my computing power. My memory banks are corrupted. Sorry to pile on the bad news, my new friend. How can I be of service? You are here, in the Oak Lab, built and used by Dr. Wendell Tully to experiment on all things small. This is the base of operations for conducting experiments in his yard. Dr. Tully is a brilliant scientist and inventor. He is also my creator. My initial protocol was to serve as the short-order cook of the future. However, I have been recently promoted to acting science manager to assist with his experiments. No doubt my previous work experience has been invaluable to Dr. Tully. Although, now that I am processing it, I have not seen him for several weeks. And now I cannot recall where he went. It must be my corrupted memory banks. It seems you and I are both a little discombobulated. Given my best calculations, your biomass has been subject to covalent spacing reduction via interatomic energy extraction. In other words, you have been shrunk. It is likely this was achieved using Dr. Wendell Tully's spacer platform, patent pending. Shrinking can be a traumatic experience for tiny human brains, and memory loss is a known side effect. Hopefully your memory will return in time. To return to your prior size, you would need to successfully activate Dr. Tully's spacer platform. Unfortunately, my readings indicate it is inoperable. It appears to have suffered several malfunctions from the explosion. I am sorry, but it appears you may be stranded here for some time until we find a solution. Haha! That is a great idea! Let me run a full diagnostic scan on it and see what we need to do to get it fixed up. Processing! Processing! Memory fault! Code 408B3000. Ominent OS script runtime error. Arg! I am sorry again. It appears I have sustained more damage to my memory chips than expected. Without those memories, I do not know how to repair the spacer. Dr. Tully used 2 types of chips to back up my memory. Auxiliary chips are small capacity chips used to store project data. If you find these, I should be able to help you learn new survival recipes. Super chips are special, and they are gold. They back up full directories of my memory system. If we are going to fix the spacer, that data is bound to be on a super chip. I suggest exploring the other labs in the backyard. Return with any memory chips you find. Dr. Tully has built many more labs throughout the yard. Each lab is used for various experimental procedures. I can upload their locations to your Scabby. Stand by. Processing. Processing. Error. Files not found. Code 632C404. Cheese and fries. The lab locations are missing from my memory banks too. But we are in luck. I was able to retrieve the location of one of the facilities, the Hedge Lab. The Hedge Lab is the observation center of the yard and used for research on arachnid webbing. You will find the hedge near the house if you head southeast. The lab is located deep inside the hedge, sending the coordinates to your Scabby. Try to find the Hedge Lab first, but there is nothing stopping you from searching the yard for the other labs. Except, of course, thousands of angry, hungry insects. That reminds me. Dr. Tully locks the important labs with biometric scanners. You will need access for any chance of success. Head over to the ASL terminal and place your hand on the biometric scanner near it. Give it a moment to sync your signature into the mainframe. Once you are registered, you will be granted access to the ASL network of computers too. ASL grants access to daily work items, nay, tasks, nay, quests, yes, quests. I will reward you raw science for each completed quest. In my science shop, you can trade raw science back for survival recipes from experiments that Wendell conducted when he was first exploring the yard. Log on to the ASL terminal over there and see what is available. Unless you have any other questions, you really should get started finding those chips. And try not to die out there. Have an exponentially great day!
No ketchup without mustard? Top secret science burger. Mayo, mustard, pickles, onions, cheeseburger, bottom. Never activate kill mode.
Work, work.
Science!
I'm feeling more sciencey already.
I'll need to process that.
I'm not picky.
Have to keep things clean. There's experimentation to be done.
Ladybug coming through.
Science!
It's a giant. I don't want any trouble, Aunt. Meals on wheels. Soldier Ant, look out!
Oh. He's trying to fight me or something.
You know, I hear it's good luck to see a firefly. Don't think my go-to spider elimination strategy is gonna be much use on that.
Oh, I didn't hit the thing fast enough.
It goes without saying, but that is a big spider.
That's a garden spider. Okay, so the spiders are the worst bad guys, I guess.
I'm not picky.
I'm getting double crushed here. That helped quite a bit. Okay, so technically there's like 5 health bars. Okay, Colette, thanks for coming by. We'll do this again tomorrow. I'll see you next time. Maybe tomorrow I'll have some gems polished up.
I'm trapped in a web!
I think I went the wrong way, didn't I?
I don't want any trouble, Aunt.
Looks like I need a better weapon. I don't know. Game was kind of exciting at first, but there's too much crafting involved. Oh, like, really though? I figured I could find the Edge Lab before we call it a stream, but I'm not seeing it. Aw. Maybe I should check the map. What do you think of the game, Growmiez? Oh, you missed when we were talking to the robot, Growmiez. We definitely need a better weapon. A better defense.
Ugh, I hate mosquitoes. Why do they even exist?
Okay, so that's a koi pond thingy. Nothing really looks like a bush.
I'm stuck in a web!
I guess we'll figure more of this out later. Yeah, we'll get some more playtime in a little bit later. Sounds like a plan.